Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
That lasts very long?
Not very long at all, no. How did he wind up all the way over there? Was that it?
Okay. There. Now we can all just sit here. Do you want to just get through this before we start another one?
No, we started a while ago because I did it. I knocked out both guards. That's good enough in my book. Mm-hmm. I think that one of the turrets was hostile to me for a sec there, but I'm gonna take that in the spirit of moving on.
Yeah. Everybody's having such a delightful little slumber party. We have 4 people back there just a napping.
See, like, where did this fucking guy come from?
Yeah. Like,
did they just repopulate that hallway that I so brilliantly and deftly cleared?
I think that they did. Well, and how long do they stay alarmed? Like forever or what?
No, there's a timer that you can gain access to if you invest a point, but I don't want to invest a point, especially in this scenario.
Yeah.
Is that in this one or is that in the sequel? Hold on. Stealth enhancer. Noise feedback. I thought...
Do you think that the guard will go away once the alarm goes away? Or do you think that he'll replace the standard one that was in there before that we have piled up in the nap room?
I have no idea. There it is, cooldown timer. Know exactly when enemy combatants will drop out of their alarm state and return to relaxed standing. It's just, it doesn't actually, like, having that information...
Doesn't really change how you play, it just... something for impatient people to watch.
Right. Just sort of gives you something to do. I mean, I guess I guess it sort of could inform play, because you could time things down to the second.
If you like doing that, I mean, and you have the points, then fine, but still.
But I think it's probably pretty rare that you're going to commit to a play just because you know that something is going to change exactly in the next 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
I think that most people probably are just going to hang out in one spot and then start moving once the alarm is done, or they don't really care about the alarms regardless, so they're just gonna blow past all of it anyway.
Do you see any of the guys? Did the guy leave?
I think he may have been downstairs, and I think he may have gone back to that point. I still don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have an automatic unlock device. And I mean, that was definitely the place that was labeled admin. I guess I'll go check over here and see. That's also labeled admin.
Maybe.
Is this just the admin sector?
Maybe. Maybe it's like all of those interrogation suites we ran across earlier. That seems to go into a larger room.
And that's security 5, so
which is another...
Can't do that.
Ugh. It's definitely puzzling.
That is a kinder word than I would have used.
I tend to edge towards super kind the more frustrated I am, because I'm trying not to yell.
That is super kind of you, and I feel so kindly towards that inclination you have.
Yeah. It's, it comes from having been triggered into that type of customer service behavior for too many years, having to deal with the public. The more angry you are, the less you should do anything about that. You know? Like, the more angry you are, the less you're allowed to strangle people, usually. So, you know, it's like, oh gosh, golly, this is certainly difficult. Wow. You are not giving me a lot to work with right now. What a challenge you've brought to me. How exciting.
Okay. Here we go.
You saved, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do it.
I need to wait until it's... Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
It's a low value one, but it's also really long.
Oh, man. I mean, DLC is generally supposed to be a little bit more interesting and challenging, right? I mean, it's something that you get after the game. So maybe they're just being ridiculous because...
I don't know if that camera, maybe it just has a blind spot for the keypad. Maybe it actually panned over me a couple of times.
Such cool light fixtures.
I'm still gonna take full credit for that and say that that was just super spy, super deft, super cool.
No, I think that it was because you let the camera rotate all the way to the other side.
Before I stunned it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
That's from Adam's Dream.
Yeah. But it's also an old painting. What an interesting collection. A lot of abstract stuff in fancy frames.
Eclectic taste.
Yeah.
Oops, oops, oops.
Oh, you got real tall. Stop standing on the furniture to nose at the art. That chair is worth $3 billion.
So, half of an atom?
Yeah.
You know, at first I thought this was one of those profiles where the negative space is also a face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue to believe that it is. And the person just has a very silly little cartoon nose and a ruffly collar.
Yeah.
And very pointy boobies. They're very hoity-toity.
Mm-hmm. I like that picture of... Well, it looks like a spider web, but I don't know if it is. Oh, what? I saw some very interesting pictures of spider webs. That is not a normal shape for a spider web, of course, but I saw some very interesting photographs from an experiment that was done, I don't know when, that gave spiders different types of drugs and then had them make their web. Have you ever seen those photographs?
I don't know if I've seen the photographs, but I have seen the text of the same or a similar report.
I really like... That's one of those experiments that I really like because it has such a impactful visual with it. It's such a weird experiment to do, but it's so easy for people to understand that aren't within the scientific community necessarily. It's something that's interesting enough to pull people in. But it also displays a lot of information with the visual results,
It's interesting that they planted that package below.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have a different gussied up one here.
Well, it's because they only use, like, the
Got
off-brand
but it's not gonna
eyeballs
fool
for
a
those
retina
people
scanner
down
unless
there.
it's attached to an optic nerve.
I know that, Jensen. I do have a plan.
It was a
Take
3-pack
the
of
eye down to
eyeballs.
Quinn. He'll know what to do. Keitner out.
It was probably previously, like, a four-part blister pack of eyeballs, and somebody cut off one and just had the spares laying around. This guy is... You know what's ruining his everything? He is also drinking very heavily. Look at his collection.
I don't think his whiskey, his alcoholism is going to cause his cybernetic implant to burn out
I don't
faster.
know. Have
Wait,
you
does
ever
that
heard
have
of people drinking themselves blind?
Is that true?
I don't think so. What is that?
I'm trying to get a better look at it
It's in...
because it has like a wing motif and anytime...
I can't read it.
Velu liqueur?
Okay, I got nothing. Veloute.
Veloute.
Veloute is
And liquor.
either flying or feather.
Oh.
I think. Also, it's a type of sauce.
So let's see.
But it depends which Latin-based language we're working with.
Let's see what would have made my life much easier.
Yeah, let's see the door that you didn't find that takes you directly to the office. Where is it? Okay, what?
Oh.
That's just cabling.
Good thing this one isn't filled with wire.
Yeah. Morbius.
No. I want orange. Ow.
For real.
Okay. That's fine. No, not the security hub. I want the orange ebook.
Any good stuff in there?
Yes, I like all of the articles. Part of me wishes that like I was reading them all aloud, but that would just take so much time.
We should record an audiobook of all of the written parts of Deus Ex.
Well, this one is the threat of cybernetic discognition disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Like every other new technology, from the automobile to television, human augmentation has been pilloried as a menace that will destroy our society from within and reduce us all to drooling imbeciles. There's no denying that augmentations change the way you think about yourself, but no more than one would after cosmetic surgery. And this so-called cybernetic discognition disorder seems to be little more than a convenient label slapped on a much deeper problem. The fact is, adding cybernetic implants to your body will no more destroy your sanity than playing video games will make you a psychopath. What we must be watchful for are those whose already fragile mental states will be destabilized further by augmentation.
Interesting.
I like it.
Those, like, perhaps that uber blonde guy whose extra eyeballs we just stole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the part where it said that playing video games won't make you a psychopath.